What's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist and today doing an Evil Eye deck profile. So I'm really excited to do this one for you guys because this deck is an extremely interesting deck based around the Evil Eye of Selene. So without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell there so you can become part of the notification squad, and definitely check out the Patreon down in the description below for all those awesome rewards. Like getting your name description every single video, getting assigned cards in the mail, and even getting to request a deck profile every single month you're a patron. So without further ado, let's get straight on into this. So first off, we're playing 3 copies of Surzeal. Surzeal is the best normal summon in the entire deck. So when this card is normal summon, you get to add an Evil Eye card from your deck to your hand, which is an amazing ability to instantly get to the exact Evil Eye card that you need, like Evil Eye of Selene. This card also has the ability, if this card is equipped with an Evil Eye of Selene quick effect, you can target a special summon monster your opponent controls and destroy it, which is an awesome effect just to pop a monster on the field. And once per turn, during the next standby phase after this effect was activated, destroy 1 card you control. We then play 2 copies of Basilitrice. Basilitrice is really cool as a 2-of in the deck. This card has the ability, if you control an Evil Eye monster, and this card's in your hand or grave, quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand, but banish it when it leaves the field. Also, during your opponent's turn, you can quick effect, immediately as the effect resolves, link summon an Evil Eye link monster using monsters you control as a material. And when you do, you can also use an Evil Eye equip spell you control as an Evil Eye monster, helping you link climb into the exact monster you need. We then play 2 copies of Basilisk. Basilisk is just a really good extender in the deck that if you control an Evil Eye monster, you can special summon this card from your hand, which is an awesome ability just to get you an additional monster out on your side of the field so that you can link climb into the exact card you need or even make some XZ plays. We then play a single copy of Catabalese. Catabalese is great in the deck as a 1-of, just as an additional extender, as this card lets you target an Evil Eye spell or trap you control, and once until the end of the next turn, that card cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. And if you control an Evil Eye monster other than a copy of Catabalese, while this card's in your graveyard, you can special summon this card but banish when it leaves the field, just giving you an additional monster out on your side of the field. We then play 3 copies of Ash Blossom. Ash Blossom is definitely a 3 on the deck just to stop your opponent from touching the deck. We then play 3 copies of Effect Veiler. Effect Veiler is really good as a 3 on the build just to stop your opponent's monster effects. We then play 3 copies of Nibiru. Nibiru is really good as a 3-of as well, just to help break your opponent's board. We then play 2 copies of Ghost Mourner. Ghost Mourner is really good in the deck just to negate your opponent's monster effects and also do a little bit of burn damage. So, that's it for the monsters, guys. Let's get into the spells. So for the spells, we're going to start with a single copy of Terraforming. Terraforming is really good as a 1-of the deck because you want to be able to get to your Evil Eye field spell as quickly as possible. We then play a single copy of Pot of Prosperity. Pot of Prosperity is great in the deck as 1-of, just to help you dig in the deck for the exact card that you need. We then play a single copy of Called by the Grave. Called by the Grave is amazing as a 1-of in the build just to stop your opponent's hand traps while you're going in for all of your plays. We then play a single copy of Evil Eye Awakening. Evil Eye Awakening is really good in this deck. This card is basically a monster reborn that you get to special summon an Evil Eye monster from your hand or graveyard, or if you control Evil Eye of Selene in your spell and trap card zone, you can special summon an Evil Eye monster from your deck instead, getting you a monster out on your side of the field. We then play a single copy of Reemergence. Reemergence is really interesting in this deck, and I really like this card as a 1-of in the build because it lets you special summon a familiar token to your side of the field. It's a Fiend Dark level 1, 400 attack and 400 defense, or if Evil Eye of Selene is in your spell and trap card zone, you can special summon 2 tokens instead. But the only downside of this card is also for the rest turn out this card resolves, you cannot special summon monsters except for Fiend monsters, which is a little bit of a downside of this card, which is why I'm just playing 1 copy in the deck now. We then play a single copy of Evil Eye of Selene. Evil Eye of Selene is great in the deck, but it's so easy to get to that you really only need a single copy, but the entire deck is based around this equip spell. This card has the ability to equip this card to an Evil Eye monster, and it cannot be destroyed by battle or by your opponent's card effects. Also, your opponent cannot target it with card effects either. And each time you activate the equipped monster's effect, or you activate another Evil Eye spell or trap, the equipped monster gains 500 attack, and if it does, you lose 500 life points, which is insane. And this attack gain remains on the monster even if this card leaves the field. And if this card is in your graveyard, you gain 1,000 life points, and then banish an Evil Evil Eye spell or trap from your graveyard, except a copy of Selene, to set this card back to your side of the field so you can just get it back on your side of the field and use it again to make your monster absolutely massive. We then play 2 copies of Evil Eye of Gorgonia. Gorgonia is really cool as a 2-of in the deck. This card has the ability that you equip it only to an Evil Eye monster, and you can only activate this card's effect once per turn. This card's name becomes Evil Eye of Selene while it's in the spell and trap card zone. So you're basically playing 3 copies of Selene. This card also has the ability while your life points are lower than your opponent's, the equipped monster gains attack equal to the difference, which is a really cool ability because you make your monsters absolutely massive with this card's effect. And also manage to card from the graveyard and discard an Evil Eye card to add an Evil Eye spell or trap from your deck to your hand, except another copy of this card, which is a great effect. We then play 3 copies of Evil Eye Domain. Domain is amazing as a 3-of in the deck. This card is ability when it's activated, you get to add an Evil Eye monster from your deck to your hand, which is a great ability to instantly add the exact Evil Eye card that you need from your deck to your hand. We then play 3 copies of Evil Eyes Unleashed. This card is really cool as a 3-of deck. This card lets you send an Evil Eye monster or an Evil Eye spell or trap from your deck to the graveyard to add an Evil Eye equip spell from your deck to your hand. But for the rest of the turn, each time you activate a non-Evil Eye card or effect, you lose 500 life points, which is a pretty interesting ability, but it's great to help your setup, so you gotta play 3 copies. Also, if you link summon an Evil Eye Link monster, you can manage this card from your graveyard to equip an Evil Eye spell or equip spell from your graveyard to one Evil Eye Link monster that you control, instantly getting your copy of Evil Eye Selene equipped to one of your Link monsters. We then play 3 copies of Forbidden Droplet. Droplet is amazing as a 3-of in the deck to basically just turn your opponent's field off and half the attack points of your opponent's monster, making this card definitely a 3-of in the build. So, that's it for the spells, guys. Let's get in to the traps. So for the traps, we're going to start with a single copy of Retribution. Evil Eye Retribution is really good as a 1-of in the build because when a spell or trap card is activated while you control an Evil Eye monster, negate the activation if you do destroy it, and if Evil Eye Selene's in your spell and trap card zone, this card's activation cannot be negated, basically making it almost like a speed spell for counter trap, which is amazing. We then play 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence. Infinite Impermanence is really good as a 3 on the deck just to stop your opponent's monster effects and also lock down entire columns of spells and traps. So that's it for the main deck, guys. Let's get into the extra deck. So for the extra deck, guys, we're going to start off with 2 copies of Gorgon. Gorgon is really cool as a 2-of in the extra deck, and I absolutely love this card, as it has the ability gains 100 attack for each Evil Eye card with a different name in your graveyard. And if this card is equipped with an Evil Eye Selene, quick effect, you can target an effect monster your opponent controls and negate its effects until the end of the turn, which is a great effect. This card is basically a walking imperm. It also has the ability once per turn during the next standby phase after this effect was activated, destroy a monster this card points to, and since it has an up arrow, you can actually pop a monster that your opponent controls. We play a single copy of Ruler of the Evil Eye. This card is great in the deck as a 1-of because if this card was link summoned using a monster with 2600 or more higher attack as a material, it can make a second attack during each battle phase. And if this card is equipped with an Evil Eye Selene, quick effect, you can actually target one card your opponent controls and destroy it, which is a great effect to help you pop cards on the field. And once per turn during the next standby phase after this effect was activated, negate the effects of one effect monster this card currently points to, which is a pretty cool ability. We play a single copy of SP. SP is really good in the deck. Basically just use this card as a double interruption, and it's a great option to be able to summon in this build. We play a single copy of Azure King. Azure King is great in this deck. This card is a walking negate and attack multiple times, which is really cool. We then play a single copy of Breaksword. Breaksword helps you pop cards on the field, which is awesome in this deck. We play a single copy of Fortune Tune. Fortune Tune is great to help you make a copy of Zeus. This card is just absolutely amazing to summon out to your side of the field and just basically go in for a copy of Zeus. And play a single copy of Downer Magician, which you can make on top of any of these cards to basically just get you an additional material under your copy of Zeus. You can play a single copy of Cicada King. Cicada King is great because this card is a walking negate, and you can also use your copy of Core Bag to be able to overlay on top of it to make an additional material on top of your copy of Zeus, because you can also XZ summon this card by detaching 2 materials from a rank 3 or 4 insect type XZ monster that you control while it has an XZ material, which is a great effect to be able to use to instantly use this card to be able to overlay on top of your copy of your Cicada King. Then play a single copy of Dark Knight Lancer. Dark Knight Lancer is great in the deck as a 1-up to basically just go into extremely easily in this deck to basically just make a big boss monster on your side of the field, which is really, really cool. I'll make a single copy of Stone King Darius. Stone King Darius is great because you can make this card first and then make your copy of Devicer Machine X, which is really cool to be able to make on your side of the field. And I really like to be able to make this card on top of your copy of Stone King because it just makes an absolutely massive boss monster. Then play a single copy of Zeus to board wipe and a single copy of Typhon. These cards are just really good, especially Zeus in this deck to help you board wipe, since we play so many different XZ monsters, and Typhon is just really good to be able to use as a 3,000 or higher attack point skill drain and help you bounce cards off the field. So that's it for the deck, guys. I hope you enjoyed. This deck is super fun to be able to play. If you guys have never played an Evil Eye deck before, you should definitely give this deck a try because it's super fun to be able to play, and it's insane the amount of hand traps you can actually include in this deck, which is so cool. Because basically, normal summoning out your copy of Surziel is full combo to be able to get your copy of Selene on your side of the field, and then you just make XZs and go in for game. So that's it for this one, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell next so you can become part of notification squad. We'll see you guys next video. See you later, guys.